The wall panel industry has matured over the last several decades, and the process that occurs in most wall panel plants is you build exterior panels and you build interior panels. To balance out the workload between the framer and the sheather, oftentimes they'll mix their panels, where they'll build an exterior panel, it'll load out to the sheather. Meanwhile, they'll frame out an interior panel and then carry it off, just so they have time to do all the things that they have to do at the sheather. And that all sounds good, and people talk about it a lot, but it's not performed very well, because typically you have to either manually carry the interior panels off the line or feed the interior panels through the empty sheather when it's finally empty, and waste time. So in order to actually be proactive in this whole process of managing interior and exterior panels and mixing the panel production through your framer, we've come up with the transfer table. Now, the transfer table was first introduced about a decade ago with the smart wall system. Since then, it's matured to a much simpler device, and the idea is the same, however. If you have a single framer, you can unload an exterior panel to the transfer and dump it directly off to the sheather, and then build right afterwards an interior panel and redirect it to the interior line. Now, the thing that's more impressive with this transfer station versus the last one is, number one, the control system is much more simplified. We essentially have two buttons to operate it. The second thing is that it can work with, let's say, two framers. It can work with a single framer and an interior and an exterior line. By adding more material and increasing the range of the transfer table, we could do two framers, two exterior lines, and an interior line. So there's a lot of opportunities here to manage your material. And the lessons that we learned from the smart wall, we've applied to this transfer station and made it far less user intensive. It manages itself primarily. That was the goal when we designed this table.